now you're listening in. Couple dudes sharing views about the news and the tips. Want to learn about new games with the best? We'll drop frames right here with Zero FPS.
Welcome to the third session of Zero FPS podcast, where we talk about video games and news involving it. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Oken.
And I'm other host. No, I'm not another host. I'm just Pogo.
And I am Rambo Chicken.
Alright, so Pogo, would you like to start us off with some of the newest releases?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, next week, next Tuesday, actually, we got 3 titles coming out, all of which are pretty big. First one is one I'm probably going to be picking up, and I'm sure you guys will too. StarCraft 2 Heart of the Swarm. Just the expansion to StarCraft 2. It was very, very... I don't know. I really, really like StarCraft. I'm still not that great at it, but I mean, I kind of like to, play the expansion and try to, play more of the storyline. I actually like the storyline on the first StarCraft game there. So, yeah. Other than that, we got God of War Ascension coming out, which is another huge game. That one's for PS3. It actually comes bundled in with the Last of Us demo, which, I mean, we have to wait till April to get that demo if you buy the game. But, I mean, either way, I mean, it's not bad. I might just buy it for the Last of Us demo because that game's going to be freaking sweet when that comes out. And then, last but not least, Sniper Ghost Warrior 2, which is finally coming out. It's not being delayed anymore. This is a game that people have been waiting on for since last spring. And they kept delaying it and kept delaying it and kept delaying it. I don't know what went on with it, but it's finally coming out. The wait's over for it. No more bullshit. It's coming out. Other than that, I mean, aside from those 3 big games, that's really it. You might have some DLC coming here and there for different games, but not a whole lot. So, yeah. So, anyway.
Sweet.
While we were talking about new releases, this week we had a release, SimCity, and it seems to be having a few problems. It's
yeah, you know what? I was looking forward to it, and apparently all I hear now is that they've just been having server problems since release, and that for a game which is like, you have to be online to play. It's kind of like, why get it if you can't play it?
Well, I mean, honestly, I think it's going to be like, how when Diablo 3 first came out, it was very, had those error codes.
For sure, I understand. Like, there's going to be problems with millions of people trying to connect at once.
Well, the game sold surprisingly well too. I mean, from what I've seen in local stores and everything, it's outsold Tomb Raider, in sales. Not as a whole, but I mean, just from what I've seen in retail. So, I mean, I'm sure EA didn't anticipate for it to be this big, and same with Diablo. I mean, Diablo was big, but I don't know, maybe Blizzard didn't anticipate it to be that big, but, as with any launched game that has that shitty little feature where you have to stay online, you're going to have problems if you can't, if you're not expecting the sales volume. And basically, for those who don't know, basically what's happening is SimCity is a full online game. You have to be consistently connected online to play it. And same with Diablo before, where you just get error codes and problems logging in because traffic is so high on it. There's a lot of people unable to play the game, and therefore it's pissing a lot of people off. And therefore, like, just SimCity is just getting all this criticism and everything, and I don't know. Yeah. We saw one of the someone was talking to EA support, I guess, and basically saying, "Hey, I want to return my copy of SimCity and get a refund." And the EA customer support said, "Well, we can't offer you a refund." And the guy brought up like an article saying, "Well, you have a press release saying that you will." And the guy just straight up came out and said, "If you appeal the refund or whatever, we will ban your account."
Yep.
or if you choose to dispute it, we'll ban your account. And I'm like, wow.
His exact words is that is correct. That this is where you can request a refund, but as our policy is stating, it is also our discretion to process a refund. Is word for word what the representative said.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's kind of bullshit. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so I guess EA is they're gonna try. I guess they're trying to fix it. And I mean, EA has apologized to us for all the problems that they're doing, and they said they're doing everything in their power to really fix the servers and everything. But I mean, it's a clear problem, and I don't know. I could see it like SimCity is one of those games you just kind of want to like sit down and play. You don't want to like, I don't know. In my opinion, you don't want to connect online and like play with friends or whatever. But
like, like Mario, if it fucking required an internet connection to play, I wouldn't play that shit at all.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Fucking, like 2 seconds later, I could be hopping around on Koopas and shit.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it bugs me. And you know what? When you make a game fully online, I don't know why you just like. I understand EA and Blizzard, they want all the sales, so they don't want anyone to hack it or whatever. But I mean, it just dilutes the experience a little bit, especially for people who have internet connections like myself, who have shitty internet and they can't play a solid game of whatever without having lag problems. And I mean, that's something I encountered with Diablo, is that I would lag throughout the time being. Now that being said, like SimCity, it doesn't require you to like having a connection to like, I don't know, to connect with the actual game. It just requires you to have a connection when you're logging in and all that stuff, and have a constant internet connection just to make sure that you're running a valid copy, I'm guessing. I don't know. But I just think it's a dumb way to really sell a game or run a game.
Yeah. I feel the same way pretty much.
Yeah. So
if you're gonna make a game online only, you should have it so it actually has an online purpose.
Exactly. And I don't know. SimCity just doesn't do that for me. So I mean, I'm gonna wait until they get their shit sorted out, and then we'll see how the game is. But until then, I'm not even gonna bother. It's just gonna piss me off more.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else?
Awkward silence.
I guess Tomb Raider. No one wants to talk. So I have to fucking pick it up because I'm the fucking.
You're the host.
I'm loud as fuck. Yeah. So Tomb Raider was released recently, and Eli or Rambo Chicken got to play it for a little bit. So would you like to give us some of your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it was pretty good. The graphics were really well done. The gameplay was fairly smooth. My only issue was that it seemed it was this whole bow and arrow survival theme is getting pushed up a little far. Far Cry 3 was awesome, but playing Tomb Raider was like playing a pushed back version of Far Cry 3. And it just, I don't know. It's a really wicked game for those who are looking for that, but I just play Far Cry 3 if I wanted to play Far Cry 3.
For me, it was like I'm played a couple hours of it now, and I gotta say, like you got me saying Far Cry 3 now. Tomb Raider. It's something I've been waiting for since, I'd say, probably Uncharted. It's not the same game as Uncharted, but it has that kind of like same kind of, I don't know, adventure type experience, I guess. And I don't know. I've been waiting for a game like that, and I mean the game is definitely well done, and you can level up Lara, depending on like what kind of skill sets you want to add to her, and it does kind of have that RPG type element to the game. But no, so far I'm liking it. The story's nice, and I'm looking forward to looking forward to playing it right till the end. So, I mean, I don't know, everything about it I'm just falling in love with. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, I haven't played is there a multiplayer mode on Tomb Raider?
I don't know. Yeah, there is, because you get a certain DLC that gives you a multiplayer map.
Huh. So I'll have to try that out then and see how that works. But I don't know. I think Square Enix did a very, very good job on this game. And I mean, anyone listening in that hasn't played it yet, honestly, go try it out. If you have a friend that has it and you're thinking about it, try it out at least. I think it's a game that everyone should at least try. And because it doesn't disappoint, that's for sure. So, I understand that we have a new Telltale game coming out, Walking Dead Season 2. Josh, do you want to go into that?
Well, there's nothing really to talk about. It's they just released that it'll be coming out in the third quarter this year. There's not too much big information. I mean, it's the sequel to the big game. I mean, it got Game of the Year, which was a pretty big deal, especially for an adventure game. It was first in a long time, and I think it's going to open up to a bigger genre of now that companies can see that people are wanting adventure games in this current day and age, then they're going to create these games and they're going to be good sellers. We're going to see a new genre in the top tier of games.
Do you think it? Well, I mean, it's definitely too early to say, but do you think they're going to try taking what they learned from the first one and, I don't know, try really maximizing what they did and, I don't know, maybe try getting Game of the Year again?
Well, we're not even done with the first one. They released that they're releasing some extra DLC or something for the first one before the second one's release.
Shit.
So, yeah.
They're busy, fuck.
Yeah, well, they made the money from the first one, and they got the awards to prove it. So
yeah, which I don't know. I still think it shouldn't have won Game of the Year, but mind you, I haven't played it yet.
But what should have as well? I mean, there was nothing good this year that came out, or last year that came out.
I don't know. I thought, Dishonored got a lot of good praise, and I thought, it should have been.
Dishonored was a good game, but it wasn't as good as Walking Dead.
No?
The game was far too short. No, it was a very, very well done game, and I look forward to a second, like a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
But it was not Game of the Year.
Speaking of Walking Dead, they got a new one coming out on the 19th, same day as Gears of War, and that one's going to be published by Activision, and it's supposed to be like a first-person shooter starring, who was it, Daryl?
Daryl and what's his brother? I want to say Earl, but that's not right. No. Nope.
Dave, I don't know.
It's not Dave. No. Let's just spend the rest of the podcast trying to figure out what his fucking name is.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It looks interesting. I saw some gameplay on it. Personally, I'm not going to pick it up, but
who would? It's a first-person shooter, Walking Dead.
Yeah, I think it's just them trying to milk the series a lot more.
Shane was his brother's name.
Shane, that's right.
No. Shane was Rick's best friend.
Isn't that who we're talking about?
No, Daryl's brother.
Oh, Daryl's brother. Fucking, Earl. Yeah, no, it's Earl.
Earl?
Pretty sure it's Earl.
Oh. I don't watch the show.
Watching that? Wait, what's that?
I'll be honest, I watched the entire first season and it didn't interest me. Like it was, oh.
Merle. That's it.
Merle?
Merle.
Yeah. They gave him a good old hick name.
Yeah. No, I don't know. People are saying too, like season 2 of Walking Dead is the worst one, and I don't know.
No, people are stupid. It's following what would happen in a proper zombie. If a zombie apocalypse were going to happen, if they want non-stop zombies, you go watch Dawn of the Dead for stupidity. I mean, the movies are amazing, but you watch that for the zombies. This one, it follows a storyline like what would actually happen. People are complaining because they don't know what they're watching.
Well, it just depends on people's personal interests. Like, I like both seasons, but for me, personally, the second season was, like, a little slow compared to the first. But it doesn't mean I didn't like it, but it was, kind of like...
Well, remember, the second season's still going on, right? So you only saw the first half of the second season. No, it's picked up a lot. All the action's happened. Everything's gone down.
Yeah.
and it's definitely picked itself up more.
Sweet.
Well, and you can definitely see their budget increase between the first and second season.
Well, yeah, their budget on the first one was already pretty high, but I think now they're over 2 million an episode or 1.5 an episode.
That's
1.5
crazy.
million, that is. Oh, that's nothing. You think of Dexter, the main character alone makes over $1 million an episode now. So, and you got to think his wife is his sister in the show, and she's got to make at least like 700K. So they're pulling like 1.7 mil every single episode of that show, and they've still got 3 more seasons renewed.
Christ.
Money in the bank.
Be nice.
And we pay our hardworking laborers shit all.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yay for humanity. Alright, well, let's get back on topic. I'd like to go into a little bit about Battlefield 3. There's a new expansion which is already out for PS3 Premium members, and it's coming out week by week for everyone else. It's it's called Endgame. I didn't really mention that. There's going to be 4 new maps, which are based on the 4 seasons. 2 game modes, which is Capture the Flag and Air Superiority. And they're also introducing 3 new vehicles. One is the dirt bike, and the other is a dropship, which I just found out today can transport ground vehicles. So I'm so excited for that. That
doesn't even seem like an expansion. That just seems like a whole another fucking game. Like, were the other DLCs that expansive?
Oh yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, this is like the final DLC, right? So they're gonna obviously put a bit more into it, but all the DLCs were pretty big.
And then Battlefield 4 beta, and then there we go for Battlefield 4. Fuck. That's incredible. Like, I've seen some pretty massive expansions, but I mean, every time I hear about a new Battlefield one, they just add so much to it. Like, nothing. Like, I don't know. I think that's what Activision's trying to do with theirs, because I mean, they added a new gun, they added a whole crapload of maps, a new zombie mode. I mean, that's what Call of Duty needs to start doing now too. Is not just giving you, hey, here's 3 maps. It's here's 3 maps, 2 new guns, new mode. Now you can drive tanks. I don't know. Like, they just gotta keep switching it up, like Battlefield is. I mean, they're not. It's no longer just maps. You need other content.
Yeah.
So. No, that's good though. Like, I'm really excited to see Battlefield do so well, and I mean, I'll be honest, I don't know where Battlefield 4 will be heading, and I don't know how long it's going to be in development for. But when they release it, they better really utilize the next generation of hardware to its full capacity. I mean, because that's what's going to sell it. I mean.
Yeah.
That's why people bought Battlefield 3, because it looks so goddamn amazing. I mean, I remember the first time I saw the building where you shot the rocket launcher in near the beginning of the game there, and you just see the building just crumble down. Oh man, that was just that gave me a good feeling.
For me personally, Battlefield 3 is probably my first or highest rated shooter, or first person shooter, or second. None's probably first, actually.
Perfect Dark is mine.
It's so, my first moment in it was so cinematic, like straight out of a movie, like, you know, I was just running beside a wall, and then it was like, okay, it's, you know, just chilling, right? It looks all fine and shit, and then like, 2 seconds later, a freaking tank rolls right through, blasting everything to shit, and I'm just like panicking, like, holy fucking shit, and shitting my pants, and like crawling under the tank and away from it. It's just like, I've never been so scared for my life, except for like,
well,
I still get like that when I'm around tanks, where I'm actually like jumping around and I'm just like moving my mouse so erratically. It still gives me that, since like, it's great.
You should see me when I'm trying to play Amnesia. I'm exactly like that, except I will fucking deck something that pops out. Like, if someone was honestly like that, burst through my door and just start scaring the shit out of me, I would probably kick their ass. I'd probably make it so their fucking body is bloody pulp on the ground. Because That would scare me, and anything physical while I'm playing a scary game like that, I would fucking flip.
But-
But yeah, so you done with Battlefield?
Well, I just, I can't wait to use dropship and like drop a tank from like 1,000 meters up in the air onto ship. I think it'll look pretty awesome.
You'll see a lot of videos on YouTube for that.
Oh, for sure.
People dropping tanks on top of people.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome. One thing I actually wanted to go through here is talk about who's the fucking studio that does that game? Beyond Two Souls. Quantic Dream, I think the developer is. And basically Beyond Two Souls is a game that ever since I even heard like the gist of it, I just want. I don't know if you guys played Heavy Rain before, but
I've heard about it.
that game just for some reason it emotionally captivated me. Like it was such a emotional game, and it had a lot of it was just perfect. I loved it. I mean, it was very like there was a lot of quick time events, and there was a lot of just kind of bullshit, kind of examining an item in I don't know in certain ways, but I don't know. The story just it brought me to a point where I just never saw it in the game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Beyond Two Souls does. Basically, who's the actor they have for it? I can't remember the actor's name. But they do like all the the facial and the motion and artwork and all that kind of fun stuff, and they implement that all into the game. But the graphics engine just looks amazing, and something like 60,000 polygons in the character or whatever.
Oh.
It was like just the technology that they're putting behind the game is amazing. Anyway, so they just gave it a release date for October 8th, and I mean this year, this fall, there's quite a few games coming out that I'm going to be picking up. I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5, I will have to pick that up. I don't necessarily want to because I'm kind of over Grand Theft Auto, but I mean, Grand Theft Auto 5 will be one I'm picking up. I'll be picking up Destiny for sure if that comes out this fall or next year or whatever. Beyond Two Souls is another one I'm picking up, and then Watch Dogs, which is apparently coming out late October. I'll be picking that one up as well. So, and Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which is just announced. So, I don't know, like Beyond Two Souls, the developer is a developer I honestly want to work for. They just innovate the shit out of everything, and they just use like the graphics engine so well. Like if you saw at the PS4 display, they showed off like the face that they showed off for the new PS4 or whatever. They showed off the new technology for that, and holy shit, like the guy looked fucking real. Like they were moving it around and everything. He was like looking around, and, like it looked real, and that's where I don't know. I see Quantic Dream. I hope that's their name, because if it's not, I'm gonna feel like a dumbass. But that's where like they kind of innovate, and that's what I like to see in games is game developers, taking that risk and trying new things.
Yeah.
Which is probably why I fell in love with Heavy Rain so much. But I don't know. Have you seen much on Beyond Two Souls or?
No, I haven't seen it.
Not exactly, no.
Oh man, you guys gotta like check out some trailers after this podcast, because I mean
for sure.
It's I don't know. It just seems like the story is something like they're trying to do with Heavy Rain, and I don't know. To me, it's an instant buy, and I do believe everyone should at least try Heavy Rain. If you don't have a PS3, like I don't know someone that does, and just I don't know, fucking rent it or something. Try the demo out. Do something with it, because it's one of the best games that I've played in terms of innovation. So, but I don't know. I think that's all we really have to talk about today.
Yeah.
Unless
There's one more thing that needs to be talked about.
okay.
We have the Arma 3 Alpha that has hit Steam several days ago.
Yes.
It's been talked about on our Facebook page. I have been playing it a lot. Wasteland mod, if you know it, is a huge mod on Arma 2. It is essentially like DayZ, except without the zombies and just pure PvP. And it's a lot of fun. There's factions, there's everything. People take it really seriously. I definitely suggest buying the alpha. It's $33, and you get full alpha access, beta access, and the full game on release, which will probably end up being $40 to $50. So you're getting it at a bargain now if you were planning on buying it, and it kind of gives you a sneak peek as to what DayZ is going to be like, which is going to be really gorgeous. And,
Yeah, DayZ looks. I don't know. I'm really stoked to see what the developers do for that. I mean, it's going to be a while till we see it, but so far from what they've been showing, it looks pretty decent. I mean, I don't know. Do you think there's going to be a lot of changes in the new DayZ from the original one, or do you think they're going to try to stay true to what?
No, it's going to be DayZ. I mean, the only difference is you're doing it on the Arma 3 engine. There's going to be more customization options. I mean, now you've got all these different things you can put on your guns, and that's a whole new thing. You can have silencers, scopes, flashlights, like different kinds of ammo. So it's like and then you've got all your clothing customizations are like shirt, pants, and stuff like that. Shirt, pants, and hat. So like helmets and hats. So everything is, and you've got goggles as well.
Mhm.
Everything's very customizable. So you're creating more of your person. It's gonna be like DayZ how they wanted it essentially,
That's sweet.
and with a less shitty engine.
Well, I'm hoping they improve it significantly, because my DayZ experience on Arma 2 was shit.
Yeah,
Say politely.
it was it was definitely their engine. The Arma 3 engine is much stronger. I've got a decent PC, but I can run everything on ultra fine. It's completely dependent on server side as well. So I mean, you've got to, it's good, and DayZ's gonna run off all this, so it's just a sneak peek essentially.
Nice. Well, I mean, either way, I'm excited for Arma 3. I'm excited for DayZ. Both games, like from what I played on Arma 2, I mean, they definitely have a lot of potential. They just needed to fix a lot, and with Arma 3, that's kind of looks like what they did. So I don't know. I'm definitely going to give it a shot, and I'd like to see it do well. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah. Kevin, it's your cue.
Thanks for coming.
Well, yeah, I guess. Thanks for.
Be sure to like and subscribe us.
So like us on Facebook,
give money.
subscribe to us, donate millions of dollars so we become rich and never make another podcast in our life.
Get Clavius pickles.
I kind of want to own a farm, so I need money for that.
There's so much Down syndrome in the last fucking 30 seconds there. Yeah, so I guess.
Make sure to tune in next week. We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, guys. It's Pogo signing off.
Nobody does that. It's really gay. Have a great night, everybody.
See ya. Game Grumps. Oh no, I'm supposed to say fucking something else. Fuck.